Hey, my name is Joe,
And I'm Mary Beth.
and this is the best of Gen X.
We are in our 40s.
And we're siblings,
We'll talk about adulting in a world so different from the one we grew up in,
so excuse us while we save a generation.
one episode at a time.
Let's go.
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Mary Beth.
How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm glad to see you today.
I'm glad to see you.
I missed you.
I missed you as well.
Good.
Hey, because we don't have a real-time fact checker, editor, etc., I have another one of those corrections I have to make that keep me up at night. Oh, my God.
Kind of like my Mario Lopez Slater
Yes. The Michael Scott thing. And didn't you do the same thing with the Office?
Yeah, just
episode?
keep pointing out all my mistakes. Awesome.
So the last episode, I mentioned the fairy tale theater, and I said Shelley Long. And we both know good and well.
I knew you meant Shelley Duvall.
Yeah, you didn't correct me.
I didn't, did I?
And when I was editing, I didn't catch it, whatever. And I'm like, damn it. I hate putting anything out there. Like when I edit, I don't like to listen to the entire episode. I just do like the music, the transitions, etc. But then when I hear the finished product after it's been published and I hear something like that, I'm just like, dang it. It reminds me, the worst one, I think, the unforgivable one was our Facebook episode where I called him Andrew Gardner instead of Andrew Garfield, which
yeah.
I knew it was Garfield.
Awful mistake.
But I had a former student with the same name.
Terrible mistake.
Yeah.
Awful. I still think about that one.
Well, anyway, I have been watching Modern Family in recent weeks, and Shelley Long is, like, she's not in it every episode, but she has a recurring role as the mother of one of the, a couple of the characters. And so she was on my brain, and that's why I said it, I believe. But, if you listen to the last episode, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, if I were you, I would doubt our credibility in talking about fairy tale theater, but we are masters of fairy tale theater.
I'm telling you. I heard you say Shelley and just didn't. It's like I didn't care to hear the rest because I knew exactly what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shelley Duvall. She was in that movie with Jack Nicholson. She was Olive Oil in Popeye.
Yes.
With Robin Williams. But Shelley Long, also a classic
I
Gen
know,
Xer.
I know.
A Gen X actress.
Love her
from
so much.
That time period, so.
And I've seen Cheers all the way through. We were kind of a little too young to get Cheers humor when we were growing up, but I love Shelley Long from Troop Beverly Hills.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
Love that movie.
Hilarious.
Oh, and what is it? Hello Again? What is the name of that movie where she comes back to life?
Oh, Death Becomes Her?
No.
I don't think that's Goldie Hawn and
Right.
Meryl
This is
Streep,
the one
sorry.
where her husband is like a doctor, a really successful doctor, and her sister's like a practicing witch and brings her back to life after she chokes on a chicken bone.
Oh gosh.
I want to say
I've seen it.
I want to say Hello Again.
Maybe, probably.
See, this is where we need somebody in an editing booth where we can go, Sam, will you check that?
What's the one we always used to watch at Aunt Sharon's where she was with Bette Midler?
Outrageous Fortune.
Oh,
my God.
We might need to rewatch that.
We might need to have a whole episode about that movie.
Okay, done. On my notes.
Thank
Done,
you.
done. That's a classic.
That is, if you have not, I mean, where have you been?
Yeah. What are you doing if you haven't seen that?
80s movies were so great.
They were so rad.
They were so good. But that's another one. Yeah.
Okay, well, listen. Mistakes happen, apparently with me more than you.
Okay.
Shelley Duvall versus Shelley Long.
I do know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
But it's been a really good couple of weeks for me because I have been breaking in my brand new skates.
Yes.
They don't hurt like I thought they would. I mean, they put them in the oven, they heat mold them to your foot. But everybody knows, like, with new skates aren't even supposed to be comfortable.
So they're a little more snug. Is that the deal?
They hug your foot the way they're supposed to. And because essentially your skate needs to feel like an extension of your foot, basically. So I knew it would hurt regardless. What I didn't expect, the only thing that really hurts is the lack of sole support. So I feel like I'm skating, like I'm standing on a block of wood. And so I have some insoles on the way that I'm going to put in there to see if that helps. But other than that, it's been great. Yesterday's lesson, fantastic. I had so much fun. We started spins, Joe. Spins. You are going to come to my first competition. It may be a year from now.
Toe pick. You know what I'm going to do? First competition I come? I'm going to be like, Detroit Red Wings.
Another good movie.
Another good movie.
If you know, you know. And just 2.5 more weeks until Youngblood.
Oh, that's the performer, the musician, singer, Ozzy Osbourne.
Protege.
Protege. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so that was my Christmas present.
That's in Louisville?
It's in Indy.
Oh.
So we have a hotel, and our hotel is like 150 feet from the venue, and it's an outdoor sort of amphitheater thing.
Oh, cool. That's not at Deer Creek, is it?
No, Indianapolis.
No, I know, but that's like the general area. Of
Oh,
Creek.
well, no, it's not Deer Creek, but I forget what it's called. But anyway, it is outdoor. I mean, I'm not jazzed about the outdoor.
I just ate a bug.
Exactly. Exactly. Man, we're hitting on some real good movies here.
You're going to be like early movie goalie hung overboard.
I know.
At that outdoor concert.
I just ate a bug. But I'm ready no matter if it rains, whatever, mosquitoes, I don't care. I am so excited to see Youngblood in concert.
That's cool. I know you've been talking about that one for a while, so.
Yeah.
Good on you. So, anything else?
No more updates for me.
Okay, guess what I did?
What?
So this weekend, Amber and I were eating dinner, and I could tell there was like an event happening at the Yum Center because there was just an unusually crazy amount of traffic, and it was slow, and police officers were directing people into parking garages.
I think I know where you're going.
And I Googled, we were just going down there to eat dinner, and I Googled.
You idiot.
What?
You Googled, what's going on in Louisville today?
No, I knew that Thunder over Louisville was
Oh, okay.
happening.
I thought you were going to say, I forgot that Thunder over
No,
Louisville.
this was Friday night, so I knew Thunder was on Saturday, and I figured they had setup going on, but that's not really what it was. So basically, when I passed the Yum Center, I Googled Yum Center April 17th or whatever, and Riley Green, the country. You know who Riley Green is?
Not at all.
Okay, he's got a couple big hits. So Riley Green was playing at Yum Center, and she really likes Riley Green, so we ate dinner and bought tickets at dinner and went to the concert. And I was not dressed for a country concert whatsoever. But we did. We got good seats. Saw Riley Green.
Okay.
And then I bought tickets for Morgan Wallen in Indianapolis on May 9th.
I thought it was Waylon.
Morgan Wallen.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know anything.
Yep. So he's playing in Indy at Lucas Oil on May 9th. I'll be there at that one.
Oh my gosh, like right after us, because ours is May 7th.
Yeah. Look at us. Little concert goers.
I know. I'll wave to you when we pass on the interstate.
Okay. Sweet. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on with me. I bought a new weed eater this morning. I'm pretty psyched about. Psyched out of my mind about it.
You know you're an adult when you get excited about those kind of purchases.
Yeah. I told Mary Beth, I said, it's a shame that you have to get these things dirty because it looks so cool clean.
And my response was, dude, I've always felt the same way about brand new lawnmowers. Like I buy them, I bring them home. I get so sad that they're about to get jacked up.
Yeah. So I'm going to do some of that later today. All right, Mary Beth. The Best of Gen X, I think, is the only podcast that still believes the perfect summer accessory is a sunburn and a questionable decision.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. And maybe a cassette tape melted slightly on the dashboard.
Oh, yeah. If your playlist didn't warp in the heat, were you even alive in the 80s?
Exactly. Kids today, they have like perfect audio quality. We had songs that sounded like they were actively dying, and we loved them.
That's because suffering builds character and great playlists.
Speaking of which, today we're building the ultimate Gen X spring and summer playlist, like windows down, no GPS, just like vibes and probably mild dehydration.
Yes, this is the music that you heard blasting out of someone's car who was definitely older and definitely cooler than you.
Or thought they were.
Same thing in the 80s.
We've got everything. Beach songs, like road trip anthems, a few tracks that make no sense but somehow are summer.
And at least one song that was played so much it should legally owe us money.
Looking at you, Kokomo.
Oh, we're starting farts early. I like it.
So grab your imaginary Walkman, flip the tape to side A.
And let's build the soundtrack to a summer that probably involved zero sunscreen and at least one bad haircut.
I know I had one.
I had a few.
I got the Wilson Phillips.
Oh, you did.
I rocked it, by the way.
You definitely did. And I had the, what was that one length? What was that one TV show? Was it 8 is Enough? What was the one TV show where that one kid had like the mushroom, one length hair? Remember what I'm talking about?
That sounds like 8 is Enough. Like the youngest one.
The little boy. I had like that long one length hair that went all the way around it was the same length all the way around.
Yeah, and you shouldn't feel bad because your sister and I both had the same haircut.
Yeah, but sometimes you guys would rock like the big poofy bangs and the perms and the...
Yeah, when we're talking like later 80s, for sure.
Okay. So, Mary Beth, let's think about a few standout songs, but we don't want to give away the whole list.
I'm not going to mention a song. I'm just going to say Kenny Loggins definitely has to be on anyone's summer 80s playlist.
I would definitely say there's some Journey in there.
Probably so.
Probably has to be a little Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. So that's kind of the vibe we're going for. Like Mary Beth mentioned, we're going for like windows down, cassette deck, absolutely like zero responsibilities, because that's just how life was.
Yeah, and for us in particular, we weren't driving until the 90s. So when we talk about like, windows down kind of vibe, we're talking about like being in our family's Buick.
For sure.
In the back seat.
Yeah, the big boat dad drove the big LeSabre. I don't even know if they had seatbelts in the back.
I don't know.
And it was like the bench seating, I think. Wasn't it? Didn't it have like the bench seating all the way across? Like there weren't like individual seats. I think it was just like
all the
way across.
Yeah.
And I remember you got stuck in a seatbelt one time. Remember the seatbelt locked on you when we were at a dealership when mom and dad was trying to buy a car?
I don't remember that, but I remember being on a ride at an amusement park. It must have been like Kings Island or something. You know the boat that just goes...
remember the boat.
Okay, the boat ride that just like rocks and it gets higher and higher on each side. And one of my legs got pinched between the rails that come down.
Yeah, that feels great.
Oh, man.
You probably cried, embarrassed yourself.
I cried and raised my hand.
All the things that you hate.
I raised my hand for the very qualified teenager who was running to come and rescue me.
Right. Oh, that's great. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that we could use to kind of set the stage or paint the picture of what the spring and summer vibes were like back then. I mean, thinking about like last day of school.
Yeah, at our age,
you think about?
It would have been like last day of school, a whole summer of freedom, and the summer back then felt like an eternity. And it was compared to now with year-round school. We were on the swim team for a lot of years.
Go West Clark Sea Cats.
Right, and then swimming at our cousin's pool, which we've talked about before. So when I think of summer of the 80s, I think of those things. I think of like out till dark, riding your bikes, being at the swimming pool, the family pool at our cousin's, but also for swim practice.
Yep.
And then of course, anytime like mom took us everywhere. So just being in the car on the way to the mall or something.
You remember the days when you would try to record like on a boombox? You try to record like your own little mixtape, and you always had to wait to make sure that the DJ didn't like come in on the radio because you're trying to record a song.
Yeah,
and if the DJ interrupted you, you're like, dang it, you had to start over.
Yeah, like they would not let the song finish. There'd be the last few notes, and the DJ would jump on and transition to the next.
Ruined everything.
Ugh.
Kids don't have to deal with that now.
They're so lucky, and I'm not sure they know how lucky they are.
Yeah, so like the big thing for me was, like you said, riding the bikes till dark, going to friends' houses and seeing 5 or 6 bicycles in the yard, always playing music, at the parents' house on a boombox outside while we were playing baseball. And it was like Bryan Adams. You might hear some Bryan Adams stuff. You might hear, like we said, some Prince or some Whitney Houston. But But then there's also like the mall culture, back then where it was all about the music and the fashion and cruising the mall or just getting dropped off at the mall and
Getting dropped off at the mall was such a big deal.
hearing the music on the little system was all the 80s stuff. Oh yeah. Hoping to God you were seen because you're wearing a killer outfit, wearing a turtleneck with a sweatshirt.
God. I've been seeing on TikTok recently, I don't know if you've caught, but every now, like when you see like abandoned malls or...
Oh, you can talk about the River Falls Mall?
I was going to talk about River Falls.
I saw that.
But it was a nostalgic one. It was not an abandoned mall, but I saw River Falls Mall, Clarksville, Indiana on TikTok. Just like pictures.
Crazy.
And there were things I didn't even remember existed. But it really blew my mind. Like, I can't believe it closed, honestly. But I mean, it had like a movie theater and a food court upstairs and also like a mini amusement park. It had rides and it had a putt-putt and was really cool. And then most of the stores then were downstairs. Mm-hmm. But just seeing the pictures I don't know, it hit me. I was like, I had to take a pause.
Yeah. I remember when you walked into that mall, there was the candy store, I think on the...
Oh, the candy store.
Was it on the right or left? It was on either.
It was on the right.
On the right. I can't remember what it was called. And then you went up the escalator in the middle, and there was a big carousel. I remember that.
Yeah.
And the movie theater was right there. And then the food court. I remember
there was a tumbleweed.
There was a tumbleweed. And there was a good pizza place, I think, that had like...
I think it was Sbarro.
Yeah. And then they had the little choo-choo train thing.
Yeah.
And the putt-putt course. Man, I miss those days.
I do. I miss them too. I'll tell you what else I miss. When I think about summer in the 80s, I think about like, okay, we used to, this was before we went to the salon to get our hair like colored. In fact, our mom, it's funny because our sister is a hairstylist, but our mom did not let us do anything besides perm, which I wish she would have protected us from. But no, we were victims of the perm. The home perm, I'll add, which is, if you know, you know. But there was a product called Sun-In.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that?
I do remember that.
So if you wanted to get like blonde streaks in your hair, you would like spray this Sun-In. I don't even know. I wonder if it's still a thing. I'm sure they have stuff like that now too. And if you didn't have that, you could use lemon juice and just like run it through your damp hair and then lay out and let it dry, and you would have like streaks of blonde.
Yeah, my hair was just kind of naturally yellow those days, so
Yeah.
I didn't really have to. It was almost white. It was so blonde.
We were fighting the system. We were
Yeah.
we were getting in the fridge, getting that lemon juice.
Yeah, I know.
Rebels we were. Rebels.
I know we're here to talk about 80s playlist and like how it associates with our vibes of summer and spring, but do you remember the Hawaiian Tropic, the brown lotion? Or not, maybe it wasn't lotion, was it like oil?
I think they have both.
Okay. I just always remember that brown bottle of Hawaiian Tropic. That was like the thing that everybody used.
Yeah,
and, like
and
the
that
oil, the baby
and that
oil
smell.
stuff. The smell.
The smell always brings me back.
Always. But I wonder, speaking of music, why do you think that we always associate like times in our life or like seasons, like especially back when we were kids, why does everything kind of feel like it has a soundtrack to it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when I think about being a kid, whether it's Christmas or getting done with our last day of school and being ready to just have, like you said, have freedom, I think of music. Like I think of the music that was part of that time. Why do we have to think that way, or why do we always think that way?
That's a good question, and I, off the top of my head, probably just because isn't that what music is for? To be the backdrop of our life experiences.
It's amazing.
I mean, think about it. Like when you're going through a really hard breakup.
Exactly.
And what are you doing? You're listening to songs that
exactly
lift you up or heal your heart or validate your rage or things like that. Or when you're falling in love and you remember songs like to this day, 11 years in almost, if I hear the song Sugar by Adam Levine, or what are they called? Maroon 5?
Yeah, Maroon 5.
Sugar!
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. That takes me back to falling in love with Josh because I don't know, a few weeks in, he was like, this song makes me think of us. And now I can't not associate it.
Isn't that something?
So I think just like you turn to movies or TV, just like you turn to music to punctuate your experiences in life. And some of them are dark and difficult, and some of them are light and exciting. And I think that's why we do it.
Yeah, I just realized that today. I'm just thinking about almost every experience. It doesn't matter what it is. I tie it to music somehow, like to what we listened to back then, what we heard on the radio, on the local DGX station. It just amazes me that music is, I think people just like underestimate how important music is.
The impact.
Even if you're not musically inclined, it's just part of our life.
Yeah.
More so than I think people give it credit for.
I don't think it's talked about enough. But it's one of those things that it's not talked about a lot, but everybody knows it.
Yeah.
Like in the deep cockles of your heart,
Yeah.
we all, if we're honest, can admit that music has that effect on us. Unless you have no soul. I mean,
Right. Unless you're a soulless monster.
but it's something, thinking about summer in my youth, I heard something interesting the other day. First of all, at a certain point growing up, it felt like time didn't exist. Like when school was out and there was like no structure to your day, time just wasn't a thing. Mm-mm. There was like, oh, the sun's out or the sun's up, and oh, the sun's going down. Like there was no bedtime. Well, we had bedtime, I'm sure, but we didn't have to get up at a specific time, and you could just like wake up whenever, go down and spend, get some cereal, watch some TV, and spend the first few hours of your day in your PJs. And there was just no pressure. Like I missed that about summer, and I really miss those days when the whole concept of swimsuit season in the context of our bodies wasn't a thing. Like I missed the age I was when I didn't care.
Right. Exactly.
You didn't think about that.
I mean, listen, I wore Speedos when I was 7 on the swim team, and didn't think twice about it.
Right.
Just wasn't a thing to think about then.
And we weren't, none of us were really, quote, big kids. Mm-mm. So like we didn't have weight problems or anything like that. But I do remember quite a shift in my life when that swimsuit season became sort of a tagline for dread, instead of excitement. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, it's time to swim. Right. It's like, oh, it's time to swim. Oh, I need a swimsuit. I don't want to.
And you don't care if you're doing it privately with people that, like your family. Yeah. If you have to like go out to like a swim party.
Yeah.
Like,
it did not matter.
Oh my God.
And that's, yeah.
Remember when summer body just meant not wearing a members only jacket?
Did Dad have a members only jacket? Because I feel like he did. I feel like he did.
I think he did.
I feel like I've seen pictures, and in my memory he had one.
I feel like he did because Dad's pretty hip.
Okay.
So if members only was a thing, Dad probably had it.
So there's this movie called Shallow Hal with Jack Black and
I love that movie.
Gwyneth Paltrow. Okay.
Oh yeah, I love that movie.
One of my favorite lines from that movie is when he introduces her to his best friend?
Yeah.
Jason Alexander from Seinfeld.
Oh yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, a members only jacket. Are you the only member?"
That is good.
And that always stuck with me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Dad had one. If he says he doesn't, he's lying.
Probably so.
Yeah.
I also thought of this. I was listening to Soul Boom yesterday. And Soul Boom, for those who don't know, it's Rainn Wilson's podcast. Empire, basically.
Yeah.
He's got a whole thing going. And I forget the name, Al Brooks, I think. A friend of his who talks about the brain, the body, whatever. And they were talking about the effect that technology has had on us all, and especially the youth, the younger generation. I found it really interesting because he basically said, your ancestors got bored. I mean, once their chores on the farm were done, sure, they got bored, but that didn't come with a lot of discomfort or anxiety. And he was comparing it to kids now. And some of us, because we made that transition and we know what it used to be like, and we probably prefer that, and yet we're still slave to technology now and the social media and the iPhone, whatever. And he just said, young people today, especially, cannot handle being bored. Mm-hmm. There always has to be, and he was just talking about like what that's done to our brain, what it's done to our mental and physical health to try to fill every second of our lives with noise.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of using this term metaphorically, I think, is the right way to approach it. Like, they always have to be fed something.
Yes.
And not actually food, but like they always have to be fed something.
Yes.
It's like they can't get enough content.
And I have long since said this. There's a difference between truly being bored and having nothing to do.
Right.
I'm fine with having nothing to do.
Right.
And I don't think I'm ever bored. Do you?
No, I don't ever feel bored. Mm-mm. And I think it's probably because of how we were brought up. I don't ever feel, I always find something to do that will interest me.
And even when you have nothing to do, I'm a pretty interesting gal, all on my own. My thoughts keep me quite occupied. Thank you very much.
I'm not bored.
I'm quite happy. Everyone wants to be me.
We've used 2 Overboard references in one episode.
We've got to do a whole podcast about Overboard. Write it down.
Okay, note. Take in. Hang on.
Beep, boop, 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 beep.
Okay, got it. Check.
I don't know. So I thought that conversation was interesting because I had summer on the brain and what it was like when we were kids. And, I don't remember being bored as a kid, but I'm sure there were plenty of times when there was nothing to do. But we were trained. We had been trained by our parents to go do something.
Yeah. Use your imagination.
Yeah. Go do something. Go outside. Go do something. And we always found something to do. And now, even at this age, we shouldn't be like this. But like I said, we've become accustomed to the times. And so I will just scroll. I could waste an hour scrolling.
Easily.
And I have to make a concerted effort to just stop, X out of this app, stop. And it's not I'm not talking about doom scrolling or rage scrolling. I'm looking at things on TikTok that I love, but after a while, I've got to stop because my mind, my brain there's atrophy there, like a muscle I've stopped using. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or when you're in a certain position and your arm falls asleep, my brain sort of does that, and I'm like, I can't. I can't.
Yeah.
I must stop.
I just liked how you were saying that with your hands on both sides of your head. Like your brain was about to explode.
Yeah. So,
our friend Rain, which I'll call him our friend.
Yes, because we've met him.
We're close to him and have taken a photo with him before.
Yes.
He's just a very thought-provoking dude.
He is.
I love listening to him just talk about stuff. Now he's quite liberal. However, he's just very interesting. Just a very interesting person.
But he seems like a sane liberal.
He does, but he just always has something that makes you think. And I like people like that. That's why I said he's very thought-provoking.
And you know that no matter what he's talking about, and even if you disagree with him, he's such a caring.
Right.
He cares so much. He cares very big.
Yeah, he does.
And his heart's very big.
Yeah, because he's our friend. We can say that with certainty.
I just think it's very obvious how much he cares for the world, for people. He's just a considerate human being, honest, vulnerable.
I like listening to him a lot.
Yeah. So that got me thinking. It just got me thinking about summer, because that would, if we were going to get bored, that would have been the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So I remember too, like in the summer when you said it perfectly, we said earlier, no responsibilities. And that's kind of what you're getting at when time doesn't exist. You wake up and it's just kind of like, unless your parents came to you in the summer and said, hey, you have practice or you have some type of game or something like a baseball game or something. And not even, I was one of the better players growing up in baseball and I didn't even keep up with the schedule. So mom or dad would have to come up to me like, hey,
Right.
you have practice today, or hey, you have a game. I'm like, no,
Right.
I want to swim.
Dude, that's
You know what
another
I mean?
difference. Now the parents have to run their child's life like they're their personal assistant.
Yes.
Like their kid's a celebrity and they're their manager.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I didn't know I had a game or practice unless dad just came up and told me.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm thinking, I'm going to swim. I'm going to eat Debbie snacks all day. I'm going to drink all the Cokes I can get my hands on.
Yeah.
And, dad would hit me with a little curveball and I'd be like, oh God, I can't swim and play baseball. But I just remember thinking when time didn't exist, I would just be I would be in a trance watching MTV, VH1. And I would so we're talking a lot about like how we grew up and what the vibes were, but it just always to me came back to music for some reason. Like,
Yeah.
if I didn't have anything to do and you guys weren't home, I'm like, I'm watching MTV. I'm watching a video. I'm watching the old VH1 UB40 videos and Red Wine and
Oh yeah.
like you said, Kokomo was a great example. It's like MTV played that over and over and over.
And I feel like maybe I'm being too hard on Kokomo, but we went to Aruba recently, and so that was on our brain.
Oh, yeah.
Like we were singing that.
Yeah, instantly. I knew we would. And I knew Josh would continue to sing it, and I would continue to sing it with him.
And we should have.
But I just always, like, what did you think of MTV? Because we're talking about music and playlists. Like, what was that? Did that seem important to you because it was culturally relevant? Or did it seem important to you because that's just what you were into?
Okay, well.
Did you watch it just to keep up with conversations with your peers?
There it is.
Yeah. You felt obligated to watch it?
Okay. VH1 I always liked because VH1 had content like behind the music.
Yeah.
Which was kind of the first of its kind. And I love documentaries. And so that was really fascinating to me. And they also had stand-up spotlight. Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah.
And I was introduced to a lot of stand-up comics for the first time. And you just didn't see stand-up comics on TV. And you didn't have Netflix with all these specials, Yeah. So that was the only avenue to find, stand-up comics, which I fell in love with. I was like, stand-up comics are the best people on earth. Like, this is hilarious. This is awesome. However, when I came to MTV, and I know you're not going to want me to bring it up, but now that I know that I am autistic, there were certain things that I did growing up specifically to fit in and not because I liked it. MTV was a little too edgy for me a lot of the times. I was put off by a lot of their content. Not so much the music videos, but everything else. It was just kind of trash. But I knew for sure, and I experienced it myself. Like if I was around, a social setting with all the other kids my age, I felt like it was an obligation. I have to know what's going on, and they're not watching VH1. Only old people watch VH1.
You want to be able to contribute to the conversations.
I didn't want to be left out.
Right.
I didn't want to, or even sound like or look like I didn't know what they were talking about. So I felt like MTV was the meter of our culture.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So I had to know what was going on MTV.
And it really, if we're being honest, like the quote unquote other stuff that MTV offered or even VH1, well, I'll stick with MTV specifically. The other stuff, quote unquote, really didn't become like rampant, I felt like, until like the early mid 90s with like Real World. And
I did like that stuff.
I feel like in the 80s, especially like going into like mid late 80s when we were coming up to like late elementary, middle school, it was almost all videos all the time.
Yeah.
I wish it was like that. We talked a couple episodes ago or maybe last episode about it, kind of sunsetting the video stuff. I just miss those days where you just knew you were going to go in there and just watch a quality video, like a music video.
Yeah.
And that was important back then to market yourself as an artist.
I think we mentioned this recently. I asked the question, like, do they make videos anymore? Like, what's the point?
Well, yeah, we talked about, I think it was like the penny going away and
Yeah,
the MTV videos going away.
Yeah.
But like VH1 was interesting too, because I feel like it had like alternate type of content.
So here's
it was
how,
like videos, but it was like Sade, or it was like different music.
It was easy listening.
Yeah, it was
a
different
lot.
music.
But it was like, basically, MTV was our DJX, and then VH1 was 106.9.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're local, you know.
You know.
You know what that is. Yeah, it was more light listening.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and all the other content I really liked. But no, MTV for the most part, not my thing, but I felt I had to.
Well, before we go on break, there's one more thing that really stuck out in my brain, Mary Beth.
What?
I do have a brain, by the way. Music related that always brings me back to the spring, summertime as a kid. More so summer, I would say. Mm-hmm. But, you know, our dad didn't start teaching until, what was it, 1993, 92-ish?
Yeah.
Jennifer's junior year, maybe.
I was a freshman.
So prior to that, in the mid to late 80s, in the mid 80s when I was a young kid, Dad would go on insurance trips.
Yes.
And if it was an insurance trip that he was able to drive to, you know, within a few hours, sometimes he would take me. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you remember me telling these stories, but I dreaded it because I would get bored in his car. Mm-hmm. But then Dad would do something that only Dad knows how to do. He would learn how to keep me engaged, either through conversation or through music.
Or through food.
Or through food. Always important. But one of my fondest memories, I'll never forget these memories, but Dad would take me in the old red Nissan that he had. They had the little pop-up headlights.
Yes.
The little stick shift that he would let me.
I remember.
He would let me drive the stick, which meant I would sit on his lap and he would shift it, and I would feel like I was driving a stick when I was 6 years old.
I loved that car.
But Dad would take me on his insurance road trips, and he would play. So anytime I hear these songs, I think of that specifically.
Yes.
He would play Huey Lewis's sports album.
Yep.
On his cassette deck.
Oh, yeah.
So that's how I started knowing the words to every single Huey Lewis song.
Janet Jackson. He had Janet Jackson. Nasty Boys.
And he had Country Boy Cancer.
He loved Nasty Boys.
He did.
He loved Janet Jackson.
That little rebel. He had Hank Williams Jr.
Yes.
And so that's how I learned the words of Country Boy Can't Survive. So anytime I hear like a collection of maybe like these 5 or 6, 7 songs in specific songs, Huey Lewis, Hank Williams Jr., and maybe some of that Janet Jackson, that's what I think of.
Randy Travis.
I think of Randy Travis. I think of riding shotgun in Dad's Nissan, going on little insurance road trips. He would basically have me sit in the people's living room while he sold insurance. And then we get back in the car, we put the cassette back in, and we start jamming the tunes.
Yeah, and I remember at a very young age, we knew all the words to Hank Williams Jr., If the South Would Have Won. Now,
oh, yeah.
Okay, it's 2026. We are not allowed to like such a song.
Yeah, that's probably going to get beeped out in the actual episode today when you edit it.
And I won't have control. Like the forces of wokeness. The forces of woke will just edit out for us.
The feds will sneak in.
But that is a damn good song.
It's a great song.
It is such a good song.
Forget about what it represents.
Right.
It's a terrific song.
Yeah, like I would imagine since the rebel flag, we've decided that the rebel flag represents a certain thing. Yeah. And only one thing.
It can only represent that.
It can only represent one little thing.
Right.
Not a little thing, but one thing.
Yeah.
And not a whole culture.
Oh, God, you're so canceled.
And I know.
You may never be invited back.
Me? Cancel me.
Bruh.
Hurt me, beat me.
Bruh.
Twist my arm. Are you kidding me? Cancel me. That'd be the greatest thing ever. Cancel me. Go away. Like, you would do me a favor. I wouldn't have to, cancel people out of my life. Just cancel me. But if the South would have won, it's such a good song.
It's such a good song.
And it's about Southern culture, the concept. If you've not ever heard it, you've got to look it up. Hank Williams Jr., If the South Would Have Won. It's a fun. It's catchy.
Oh yeah, man.
It's fun to sing along with, but it's all about like Southern charm, Southern light, like sweet tea, beauty queens. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's that part of Southern culture, not like round up all the black people and whip them into.
No,
like,
not
it's
even.
Not
because you got to think about it. When we were kids, we didn't even know what that song meant at all. Period.
Yeah.
We just liked the tune and the.
Well, we've attached all sorts of things to the South, and it cancels out all the other things about Southern culture.
So as kids, we didn't know that part. We just liked the beat of it. We thought it was cool.
Hey,
that
I
beat.
still say it's a damn good song. This is probably a good time for breaks so that we can get canceled.
Okay.
And then
Well, hopefully we're allowed back.
if we're allowed back, you'll hear about some country updates that are very exciting. And then we're going to give you our own 80s playlist.
Okay, that's good. Hey, listeners, do you like judging people as much as we do?
Then judge us.
To submit your criticisms and complaints about our show, you can reach us at gotohell@bazinga.biz.
For all other comments, questions, or suggestions about future episodes, drop us a line. Send us a text from our website at thebestofgenx.buzzsprout.com and click on the link just above the show notes.
Or email us at thebestofgenx@gmail.com. We are back.
We're back. Joe, I have kept this from you for a week now. It has been so difficult. And when I texted you, I was like, hey, we got another like random, inexplicable overnight burst of downloads.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Couple hundo or something like that.
Yeah, but that was like an overnight thing. But I'm telling you, for the entire week, it kept happening.
Really?
And I didn't update you on that, but it kept happening. Mm-hmm. So I have a very exciting country update.
Ooh, okay.
All right.
Brace yourself.
So the last episode, just 2 weeks ago, we were in 69 countries.
Okay.
We are now in 85 countries.
No
We
way.
are, what is that, 15?
16.
15 away from our goal of
Oh,
100.
away from the goal. Oh.
Your New Year's goal for us was 100 countries.
How in the frick did we get?
I don't know. I'm not that great at analytics, but it
That's like a 20% jump
in a week.
in a week.
Yeah. So I feel like random people all over the world got bored at the same time and decided to check out our podcast.
That's amazing.
I know. And so I have a lot of countries to list here.
I love that you truly don't tell me those kind of updates until the podcast because my responses are always genuine.
Yes.
I don't know. If you would have said 70 or 71, I'd have been like, wow.
85.
85.
So, welcome to the party. Azerbaijan.
I've been wondering when they were going to find us.
That borders Russia and Georgia. I had to do a lot of research for some of these countries.
Okay. Listen.
Belarus.
Okay.
Welcome.
I've heard.
Cambodia.
Ooh, Cambodia.
I'm excited about this next one. Congo. And you know what? I'm convinced it was not a human. It was a gorilla. The one who knows my heart and knows I want to hold their babies before I die. Bucket list item. I will hold a baby gorilla. And the Congo is where they are.
Okay. Okay.
The next one. Côte d'Ivoire.
Okay.
Did I say that right? Côte d'Ivoire.
C'est bleu. C'est
Blah, blah, blah.
blah, blah, blah.
You're not speaking French!
Good job, buddy.
This is, it means Ivory Coast in West Africa. Egypt. Yay, Egypt!
Yes. I've been
Egypt.
dying for Egyptians to find us.
If it wasn't so damn hot there, I'd go. I mean, that feels like as close to the motherland because I feel like we all originated from that area of the world. And I
Baby
want
wants to go there so bad. by
Oh
the
my
way.
God. Does she really?
Yeah, she texts me about it all the time.
Oh my God. Is this happening?
Wait a minute, are we doing this?
Are we doing this?
She sends me those TikTok videos of it's like an Arabian kind of like outdoor dinner place, and it has Arabian music playing like an Aladdin in the background. And then when it goes dark, it has these light. It's like lit up. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't know what it's called, but she sends it to me often.
I want to see the pyramids. I am afraid of the terrain. I'm afraid of the bugs and scorpions and snakes. I'm afraid of the landscape. But it calls to me. Egypt does. I spend a great deal of my time watching ancient Egypt documentaries.
Well, Mary Beth, let's take a magic carpet ride there sometime.
Hey, don't threaten me with a good time. All right, so Egypt, Gabon, also in Africa.
Okay.
Georgia,
Georgia.
not the state, the country. Hungary, welcome Hungary.
Hungary. Hungary.
Iraq, Jamaica.
Ah, Jamaica.
How you doing, man? Kazakhstan.
The South will rise again, Ma. Sorry, another Joey reference.
I know, right? Kazakhstan, Lebanon, Palestine, Serbia, United Arab Emirates.
Nice.
Welcome, one and all.
Have you seen that TikTok video? Send them 2 or 3 years Kazakhstan and forget.
No.
Okay, it's kind of funny. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. But yeah, I was so excited to share that with you.
Awesome. That's
85
great.
countries. Thank you all
What
for
the heck
for
has
listening.
happened?
I don't know. But that was fun to share.
Okay.
But you know what time it is now?
Hot takes.
Hot takes.
Hot takes. Maybe
You go
that-
first since I did all the
okay.
talking.
I was about to say ladies first, but I will go. The skip intro button is the worst thing to happen to TV culture. People are proudly skipping some of the best parts of shows and acting like they hacked the system. Think about it. Iconic intros used to set the mood. Now people are like, I love this show so much, I skip the part that defines it every single time. It's like buying a concert ticket and saying, can the band not play their most recognizable song? I'm trying to get to the episode 4 better or quicker or faster. If you want to push it even farther, my hot take, if your show's intro is skippable, your show isn't actually that good.
Hey.
I mean, what?
I was going to say, I'm not on board with the first part, but what you just said, I'm on board with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Great intros. I'm with you. Parks and Rec. If I don't hear that happy, skippy, jumpy,
I'm out.
jaunty little...
I'm out.
If I don't hear that before the episode starts, I'm missing something.
Oh, the world don't move to the beat of just one
Or Big
drum.
Bang.
Do you know who sang that, by the way?
What?
Alan
No.
Thicke.
Really?
Different Strokes.
I don't know if I knew that. I may have known that and forgot.
Yes, it does. It takes different strokes.
But The Office,
Oh, yeah. The Office is my ringtone.
Big Bang.
FYI.
Yeah.
I'm even thinking of some older shows, like The Family Ties, Who's the Boss.
Yes.
I mean, listen, those intros defined what you were about ready to enjoy
Right.
for 30 minutes, or I'm sorry, for 22 minutes or whatever those shows are with commercials.
Okay, right on. Right on. I feel you. Okay. I slightly disagree just because I am impatient and I want to get right to the meat and potatoes.
You would disagree. Okay, hurry, do yours so I can disagree.
Okay. And you might. Honestly, this is something I have thought, and I don't know exactly what prompted me to want to share it now as a hot take, but I have been sitting on this for 21 years now. I've always believed it, and I honestly don't know that I've ever said it out loud. But I'll tell you this: when I went to Mike's funeral a week ago, I was leaving, and 2 of my former students who married each other were walking in with a stroller with baby number 2, fresh out of the oven, just newborn, so cute. And I stopped and chatted with them, said hi, and I mentioned something like, I said, it's like Christmas every day, isn't it? And she said, yeah. And then her husband, he was like, I don't know about that. But I said, when I was teaching and I had all these former students, announcing their pregnancies on Facebook, whatever, I always made a point to hop on and say, you're going to love it. Because when I was first pregnant, I was so excited and everybody couldn't wait to tell me. I mean, almost 9 times out of 10, the response I got was, oh, just wait. Oh, just wait. And it was a bummer, that people didn't share my joy. And so I always made a point to say, you're going to love being a parent. Kids are awesome. It's like Christmas every morning. So maybe that's what had it on the brain for me. But my hot take is this. Don't feel bad if you don't experience that surge of supernatural love for your child as soon as they come out of your body. And I can't speak for what it's like for fathers, but as a mother, I was always told, and Mom would tell me, and maybe I was taking her too literally, but she would say, because I went through so much growing up, and I always felt different and didn't understand why. And I felt like a burden. And she would always say, "You're not a burden. You're my baby. And when your baby comes out of your body, the moment that happens, you are going to understand." And so I always expected this, like I said, inexplicable, supernatural kind of motherly love for a child that I'd never experienced in the world, you know? And as much as I obviously loved my child when they handed her to me, I mean, you love your child and you would do anything for them. You know,
Right.
the parental instinct that kicks in was there.
Mm-hmm.
But that move mountains never experienced before kind of love didn't happen that I expected. And so my hot take is you don't feel that love for your child when they first enter the world. What you feel more than anything is terror. Because now this tiny creature that you don't know how to keep alive is in your care to keep alive. And so all I felt was fear. I felt love, but more than love, I felt fear. And when the sun would set, because I didn't know what kind of night I was going to have, because I didn't know how to take care of her yet, I would get sick to my stomach. I just didn't know what the night would bring. And at that time in my life, I wasn't used to sustained lack of sleep. Maybe a night here or there. Mm-hmm. I say you fall in love with your child.
Interesting.
Now, it didn't take long. I would say like 4 weeks in, once I understood what her cries meant, what she needed, mm-hmm. how to care for her, I fell deeply, madly, truly in love with my child. And I felt like, gosh, if I feel this way, I know I can't be the only one. And so if there are parents out there who feel a sense of guilt, or is there something wrong with me? Am I a bad mother because I don't feel that love everyone talks about, instantly? You'll feel love, but you'll feel the transformative love as you fall in love with your child. You will fall in love with that child. So it only took me a couple weeks and I was just madly in love with her. Does that make sense?
That's a piping hot take.
I think it's controversial.
It is. I will disagree with you, and I'm being serious. Of course, I'm a guy, so it might be different. But I had that supernatural.
You were taken.
As soon as he came out.
Yeah.
Well, yes. Especially with my daughter.
Yeah.
And
maybe,
and a daughter.
To be fair, maybe it's just people like me who are more prone to anxiety and worry.
Yeah. I probably should have had worry or fear, but I didn't. Had not had 1 ounce of it.
Yeah, I did. I was afraid I couldn't keep her alive. Terrifying.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I knew we had plenty of help, support, people that have raised kids, like our parents and whoever. So I kind of knew we had people around us that could help.
Well, if you're a worrier by nature and you experience the same thing I did, you're not alone, and you're not a bad mom.
You are not alone.
All right, let's get to this.
Okay.
Sing it, baby.
Mary Beth, I want to go to, so we talked earlier about Windows Down anthem type songs. Mm. I want to just start talking about our list of, and we can just spout off a few, but our, the high energy, sort of driving songs. Again, we were kids in the 80s, so it was more of us taking a back seat, but our parents were always really cool about putting on a show for us while good high energy songs would come on in the car.
Yeah.
Going on road trips,
singing
to Florida,
along.
Singing along. Dad would always go, "Man, I should have been a professional singer."
Yeah.
He would say that to get under our skin because we're like, "Dad, you're awful."
And he's not.
But he's not. But he was fun.
Singer,
but he was singing in a funny, jokey way.
Yeah.
Like he was on stage.
God, I should have been a singer.
Gosh, I should have been a singer. And so I just want to talk through what's our list of just those songs that get you going.
What are the staples?
I mean, I have one that always jumps out.
How's that?
Get out of my dreams. Get into my car.
I have a story to share.
Hey, you get into my car. Oh, that song slaps so hard.
We have to talk about Billy Ocean.
Okay.
I'm
just saying that song goes hard in the paint.
I made a note that I was not going to get through this episode without sharing something my husband has been doing since we started dating, and it still cracks me up. It will never get old. Okay, so Josh has this imitation of his mom that he does, and his mom's like a Betty, like real pretty, and I can totally see like petite, perfect figure, and she's in her, I don't know, our parents are in their 70s, approaching 70. But she's still attractive. And so I can see what he described to me when he first did this. When he first was explaining, he was like, man, when I hear this song, I always think of my mom because I'd be, little, I'd be playing around and she'd be in her bedroom getting ready for a night out. And she had huge hair and she had the Aquanet and she had a, skin tight short dress on and she'd have the pick, not a comb, a pick. Because we like to tease our hair, and so every time the song would come on, it would make him think of it, and he does this imitation. Now, if you can imagine, okay, so when someone does the chef's kiss with their hand, or like they go like that, okay, so imagine your hand is shaped like that, and it's pointing toward your head, and it's just like flicking back and forth, like you got a pick, and you're picking out hair that's 10 feet off your head, and then your body's wiggling like you're one of those blow up things where you punch them and they pop right back up. Right. Okay, so that's the kind of dance he's doing as he's picking his hair. And so if you know my husband, you can picture it. And it's hilarious. And so every now and then he'll go, get out of my dreams, get in the backseat, and he'll imitate his mom getting ready for a night out in the 80s, funny. Like with the Aquanet. It's so funny to me. And so I think it's funny that you right out of the gate you chose that song. But I, speaking of Billy Ocean, on my own list have another Billy Ocean.
It's got to be Caribbean Queen.
That's an awesome one. But what takes me back, I'm talking roller rink. When we were at the roller rink, when the going gets tough, when the going gets rough,
Oh, I don't even remember.
Oh my gosh, I'd climb any mountain.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
I got you.
I swear when I say, ooh, when I hold you.
Okay, I got you. I'm with you.
And that was like I think it was on the soundtrack of the Romancing the Stone with, because Michael Douglas.
I know what you meant.
I caught myself in real time, thank you.
Cool.
Michael Douglas and Kathleen Turner?
Yes. Chandler Bing's mom or dad in Friends.
Is it Kathleen or Catherine?
No, it's Kathleen Turner.
Okay. And Danny DeVito. They're in the video for this song.
Okay.
But when I hear that song, I am at the roller rink trying to not get run over by the big kids.
That's interesting you said roller rink because I have a roller rink song on my list.
Oh, what's yours?
I know you're going to know it. I Can't Wait by New Shoes. Dun, 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 dun. Baby, I can't wait.
Dun, 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 dun.
I Can't Wait by New Shoes. N-U-S-H-O-O-Z.
Right, because it would be not cool at all 100%. To spell N-E-W.
That's also on Hot Tub Time Machine. They play that song on Hot Tub. That
was a roller rink
of that
song.
I always go to the roller rink.
Yes.
Country Skateland.
All right. I have a couple that take me right back to the Buick.
Okay.
Going to like the mall or being dropped off for swim practice. Fleetwood Mac, Everywhere. I want to be with you everywhere.
God, that's a good one. Damn. I have another Fleetwood Mac song.
Because Mom loved, well, as far as I could tell, every time a Fleetwood Mac song came on, she sang along and seemed to like it. So that one takes me back to the Buick in the summer. And then the other one is Head to Toe by Lisa and Colt Jam.
Oh, yeah.
Head to toe, I know. The day started with a crazy kiss. Yeah, those two for sure.
That makes me think of...
I smell chlorine when I hear those songs.
Yes. Does that make you think of the swim team more than Freddie and Sue's?
Yeah, probably. I think so.
There's another one that I was thinking of that takes me back to the swim days. Because it always has to like take you back to something specific. Mm-hmm. La Isla Bonita. When I think of 80s, that's like one of the top 10 songs I think of.
Same.
And good beat to it. Good beat to it.
I remember, when that played on the radio, something came over me. I had never heard anything so beautiful. I thought it was the most beautiful song I'd ever heard.
Yeah, I agree. It was just like a combination of all the instruments and just kind of the way it flowed.
Yeah, very Spanish style.
What are some other ones?
For me,
Got to throw some
Footloose.
Debbie Gibson in there.
Well, Debbie Gibson, of course.
Of course.
But Debbie Gibson doesn't give me summer vibes so much as like school dance vibes for some reason. Or like I should say not school dances, we were too young, but like birthday parties, like friends' birthday parties when we'd play music and stuff and dance. That was Debbie Gibson for me. Footloose.
Oh, yeah.
Basically Footloose and anything on that soundtrack, which I know we've talked about before because we've talked about our days at our cousin's pool when we would practice in the garage. We'd take a break from swimming. We'd practice in the garage. We would like pretend to play the instruments. We would pretend to sing along and we'd dance. We'd choreograph dances and we were convinced we were going to be on Star Search.
Yeah, because remember I said I played the tennis racket.
Yeah, we were going to be incredibly famous.
Which was the guitar.
Incredibly famous.
Yeah.
Our parents really encouraged us in this way. Like,
why do you think they did? Was it more of like, get out of my way? Like, I don't want to babysit you right now.
Or like, our parents just weren't dicks. They won't be like, y'all suck. No, our parents were like, you are going to be on Star Search.
Go practice with your tennis racket.
Yeah. This is amazing. Keep it up.
Uncle Freddie will fly you to the auditions.
Yes. They told us these things.
Like, it was going to happen.
And another one, so basically everything on that soundtrack, but another one for sure, Cruel Summer.
I mean, so I always think of Karate Kid when I think of that song.
Yes, for sure.
But I definitely remember that song out like sans Karate Kid. I remember that song. It had a life of its own, for sure.
Cruel Summer. That's
Bananarama, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I always think of too like Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams.
I wasn't a fan of that one.
You weren't?
No, not so much.
Oh man.
I mean, that's okay.
That
I don't hate it.
Yeah, that was like an early 1984-ish album he had. I think it was Reckless was the album.
Yeah.
Summer of '69.
I did like Walking on Sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
It was very easy to know the words and
was
to sing
that
along.
let me see if no, don't tell me. Gen Xers, was that the Go-Go's? Or am I thinking of?
No, that was Katrina and the Waves.
Oh, I'm thinking of the Vacation.
Vacations are.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking of.
Now, Go-Go's is on my later list, which we'll get to in a minute.
Okay. Did you like that Africa song by Toto? Was that like a...
You know what? It almost made the cut.
Almost. Like it was on my fringe. It was like fringe.
That is one that I've carried with me to adulthood.
But that's also, like you said, with the Madonna one, that's also like a real quality song. Just a real quality song, how it was put together.
Yes.
I hate that you don't like Summer of '69.
It's okay.
I can't not like sing along with it when it comes on.
Well, like I said, I don't hate it, and when it's on...
No, you said you hated it. You're not my friend anymore. I don't associate with you.
You know what I like better?
I don't associate with losers.
Give me one reason to stay here.
I'll turn back around.
I've got to revisit that terrible choice that everyone hates me for that in that one episode.
Yeah, I love that we can attribute like roller rink, like songs to the roller rink.
Oh, yeah.
In songs to like a car trip. There's something specific. I can't remember if this is 80s technically, because it might have been like 89-ish, maybe right at 90. Remember Dad would play that Aaron Neville song? He played that Aaron Neville cassette tape for...
Everybody plays the fool.
Weeks. Again, that could have came out in 90, but it was right around that time, because we went to Washington, D.C., and we played that song over and over and over.
Right. So what's on your 80s playlist now?
I was really excited to tell you this. So... My
Me
80s
too.
playlist, and this isn't just because of the episode. I actually have an 80s playlist that I listen to
Same.
2 or 3 times a week.
Well, I don't have it in an organized playlist, but just in the last week or two alone, like it's so weird that you chose this subject to talk about, because just in the last couple of weeks, I have gone through my archives and pulled out these specific songs just to get my fix.
Yes, agreed. So my number one... I really don't know if I should have ordered these. But
I didn't rank mine.
Okay. But the one I always go to, it seems like, and it's because of the video, it's because of the beat, it's because of the popularity of it, it's the sound of it, it's just the flow of it. It's Take On Me by a-ha.
That's my first one.
That's your first one?
Yes.
I promise people we did not script this.
Okay. Over the years, especially in recent years, I can listen to that song 80 times in a row and not get sick of
That
it.
song may be one of my top 3 favorite songs of all time.
It makes me want to get up and jump and dance and
it has nothing to do with the video, because the video is iconic. You know, the drawing and the pencil drawing and the dude comes to life. And
very cool, very recognizable.
I mean, we're talking about synth.
I mean,
The synth era. I mean, listen.
there was nothing better. Our intro is synth music, people.
Yeah, so I'm pretty partial to that one.
I am too.
And I don't know if I tell a lot of people that, but you know what? I'm telling 85 countries now.
I'm telling 85 countries that I have that one.
Take On Me is...
If you opened up my iTunes library right now and looked at recently,
that would be there.
That would be there. Absolutely.
What's another one you got?
Okay, so just in the last week, I had to hear Let's Dance by David Bowie.
Let's dance.
So good. Put on your red shoes and dance the blues. Oh my God, David Bowie. And Our Lips Are Sealed by the Go-Go's. Can you feel them?
Okay.
Or can you hear them? They talk about us,
no, I'm
telling lies.
I'm kind of where you're at with Summer '69 on that.
Oh, the Go-Go's.
But it's like you said. It's like I don't hate it. If it comes on, I'll probably hum it or sing it.
It's got the clap.
I know.
You can go.
Well, how hard did the Bangles go?
Oh, I mean, I wanted to include Hazy Shade of Winter, but we're talking about summer.
Hey, time. Hey. So, Walk Like an Egyptian, since we were talking about Egypt earlier.
Yeah.
That to me was like, it changed the way I thought of videos when I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
So, what do you got?
Okay. Here's one that, just like Take On Me, that I have just always had on my playlist somewhere in my adulthood, is Let's Go Crazy by Prince. I can't get enough of it. I could listen
Let's go.
I mean, I have it on repeat, and it never gets old. It kills every single time.
Every time. Now, we've probably said this once or twice before, he has to be one of the top 2 or 3 best artists.
I'll never get over it.
Maybe number 1.
I'll never get over the fact that he's gone.
Maybe number 1. And I'll, since we're on Prince, let me just stay on Prince. Mm-hmm. I have You Got the Look.
Oh, what a good one.
The electric guitar on that one.
That would be my number 2, I think.
Yeah, I really like that one. And I'll be honest with you,
and we're talking we're talking specifically like 80s high energy.
Yeah. Now, as much as I think Prince is like top 1 or 2 best artists of all time, because you got to throw MJ in there, I don't know if I like Purple Rain.
I love Purple Rain.
I'm not a big fan of Purple Rain. I think it's because it's too slow. It's just
my God.
It's too dreary for me.
I love dreary.
I know. That's why I don't like it. I just want the real hard, fast Prince stuff.
Here's another one that I love so much. And this is one that I have actually made Josh get up out of his chair and dance with me. Magic by the Cars. Oh, it's magic.
Talking about, whoa, whoa, whoa.
No.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Uh-oh, it's magic.
The car, anything but the Cars kick so much ass.
No, I'm with you now. That's a good one. That is a good one.
Oh,
I do
Cars.
like that one.
I love that one.
This song is on the new Melania movie. Have you seen it?
I haven't.
It's really cool. She sings it in the back of her Secret Service vehicle because it's on the radio when they're driving in New York. And this song to me, like if you were to say, "Hey Joe," I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, and when I say, think of an '80s song, that's the one that always pops up in my mind. It's like that Friends episode where he says, "Just say what you're thinking."
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. If you said 1, 2, 3, I would say Billie Jean, Michael Jackson.
Love that.
Just
song.
the very beginning of it.
Yeah.
When I think of people talking about '80s music, that's what I think of. I always
you know
Billie
how
Jean
you're
for some
channel
reason.
surfing on TV and there's that movie or TV show that you never skip. Like, oh, I'm stopping everything and finishing this. Mm-hmm. Billie Jean is that song for me.
Yeah, it's like the intro.
If I hear it, I can't not listen to the rest of it.
Amazing.
And that movie, any day, I don't know. I feel like I need to see it. Michael Jackson.
When does it come out?
This month.
Okay.
Like 24th or 25th. I don't
Okay.
know. I just have 2 more.
Okay.
Pour Some Sugar on Me, for sure. My last one might throw you for a loop.
Okay, but before you go there, Pour Some Sugar on Me, that was one of my first cassette tapes I ever owned.
Really?
Def Leppard.
You've probably told me that before.
Yep.
I've seen them in concert. I was too drunk to remember most of it.
I'm a little jealous.
Okay, but here's my last one. Now, it didn't, like, it was one of those slow burns. So it was released in 89, but it didn't pick up, like, popularity until, like, 90. It was one of those sleeper hits, right? I've never not liked the song. I have fallen more and more in love with it as an adult. Wicked Game, Chris Isaak.
What a wicked game to
Now,
play.
okay, I've always felt like this song, and even the video has that setting. You see the palm trees and stuff, and it's in black and white, but it's tropical. Mm-hmm. I've always thought it had a tropical sound about it. And I know that it's because of what is that thing on the guitar that makes a chord, like a note you can either climb to the note or descend to the note. A whammy bar.
Yeah.
Okay. So those opening notes, and they just kind of
like drags a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So, that sound along with the reverb that they used, there was something very like tropical dude wearing a wife beater with an unbuttoned Hawaiian shirt being blown in the light wind on a tropical night that always had that sound to me. And I didn't know until I looked up this morning. I had never heard this term. You introduced me to yacht rock.
Yes.
This song is actually considered surf rock. I felt validated.
Really?
Surf rock.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard
yacht
that.
rock, obviously.
Okay. I never heard that until I looked it up and saw it this morning. And I wasn't even looking for it, but I was just wanting to know more about the song itself. And it was like, and this is actually categorized as a surf rock song. I'm like, yay. So I'm not crazy. So this sound is what a lot of other people associate with. Okay. So before we started recording, you told me something, and I said, that sounds like a bubble burst moment. I can tie Wicked Game to one of my, childhood growing up is just a series of bursting bubbles, right? Mm-hmm. Where you learn that the world isn't always as it seems or what you thought. Tell me what you said about Pat Morita.
Oh, we're literally doing sound check, and I said, hey, you remember like the first time you ever heard Pat Morita on like Entertainment Tonight in an interview when he was talking like us? I said, and I thought he talked like Mr. Miyagi. I cried when I was a kid. It was
a bit unsettling.
Yeah, it was very traumatic.
You felt betrayed.
Yeah.
Okay. And so the veil, or the curtain, or the veil starts to crack or whatever, between what we see and what we believe, and it's not totally real. One of my early bubble bursting moments was Wicked Game, because I watched an interview, probably on VH1, because I was 40 at the age of 8. Mm-hmm. No, but I remember him in an interview talking about the video, because the video was iconic as well. Mm-hmm. The black and white, Helena Christensen.
I mean, listen, they were basically having sex on the beach, so you're like,
yeah,
as a kid,
and she's like,
should I be watching?
She's practically topless,
should
and
I be watching
the black sand as opposed to white sand, and the black and white really, it was messy and gritty and sexy, and she is drop dead gorgeous. Those eyes in black and white, oh my God! I mean, she's beautiful in color, but really stunning in black and white. Okay. He is talking about making the video, and I guess they asked him a question about what it was like with this beautiful supermodel, and he was like, yeah, we didn't really hit it off. She didn't seem to be interested in me whatsoever. Like,
really?
Yeah. He goes, actually, she was bored, and I think she may have even said the words at one point, I'm bored. Oh. and he was like, I was trying to strike up conversation with it, because you're being very intimate and touchy feely, and she was like, when's lunch?
Oh wow!
And that kind of broke me a little. Like, it ruined it, because I thought that was my first kind of glimpse at the facade of Hollywood, and I remember feeling just very disappointed as a kid, like. oh, I I want what I see to be reflected somehow in reality. Like, surely you guys hit it off or something, but I don't know. It just kind of like the bubble is burst. Things are just, they're marketing. It's fake. It's, it's
Yeah.
to sell something. And supermodels in those contexts, sorry, not sorry, they were props. She was a prop to sell this song and what it meant and all this kind of thing. But aside from that, I could have written a book by now, and I probably should have. If every time in my adult life I stopped and said to myself, I was so fucking dumb. What an idiot. I was so stupid. Like as a kid or a teen, like as far as what I liked, what I didn't like, what was cool and what I thought was uncool. We don't know. We know nothing. And Wicked Game is like another one of those examples in my life. I mean, there are many. Like I said, if I jotted down every single time this happened, I'd have a book of just, I was a dumbass. Things I was wrong about. Chris Isaak, I remember liking the sound of the song. It was very sultry and mysterious and the lyrics were very cool to me. But I didn't get it. I didn't get the sweet agony of the song until I was a grown up. And then it was like, oh, I don't just like this song. I love this song.
You love because it so much once you marry it.
Because by then you've experienced what he's describing. Like, I will not fall in love with you. I do not want to fall in love with you. You are making me fall. How dare you? Like, this is agony, like the real ache of love, and especially unhealthy or dysfunctional, toxic love. So I appreciate the song so much more, which is why it's a constant on my adult 80s playlist.
Interesting.
But yeah. Oh, and Chris Isaak, at the time, I was like, his hair's weird because he had like the big
kind of had the Elvis.
He had the Elvis thing happening, like big bouffant kind of thing, with the grease side, like he was a 50s punk with cigarettes rolled up in his sleeve.
Yeah,
and his nose is a little imperfect, and so at the time I was like, oh, he's not very cute, and of course he didn't have a chili bowl cut, so I found him terribly unattractive.
Right, of course.
But now, damn. Chris Isaak. Like, as a grown-up, you see him on Friends, and I'm like, oh. For listeners, I'm biting my fist because he is so sexy.
When's lunch?
Yeah. Like, cuddling up to Chris Isaak for a video shoot.
Oh, no doubt.
Yes, please.
Hey, no doubt.
Yes, please.
Sorry,
What's wrong with you, Helena Christensen?
Just teasing.
Chris Isaak, sexy as hell. I'll take all of it. I'm here for all of it.
Sure. Sure.
So is this going to go down in history just like my Give Me One Reason?
I was waiting for you to say it. Yeah.
I think surf rock, perfect summer song for your adult 80s playlist.
Okay.
Put it on your rotation.
I have one more. Okay. I have one more.
Okay.
As I've gotten older, especially now that they have a documentary of this on Netflix, I have become a humongous and even more of a fan of We Are the World.
Oh my God.
I love that song more than I love air that I need to breathe.
More than queso.
I don't know why.
More than Christmas.
More than Christmas. It's just
You do love that song.
It's got all the legends on there.
Yeah.
And I love how they throw Michael Jackson in for like the bridge. He's just the man. Then they have Ray Charles kind of end it a little bit with Stevie Wonder. I'm like, how can you not?
Huey Lewis's gravelly voice.
I mean, bruh. Steve Perry's on there. I mean,
Cyndi Lauper. Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. There's a couple people that could have stood to not have them on the
Wait,
the song.
there's an actor who shouldn't be there? Who is it?
Well, in the video,
yeah,
like Dan Aykroyd's on it. Bette Midler's there.
Love you, Dan Aykroyd, but what the hell?
Yeah, it's just, I think it was just like he was a buddy of whoever, whatever. But like Quincy Jones did all this thing where he worked with Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie to kind of to spearhead it.
Oh, Quincy Jones created a lot of the magic of the 80s music anyway.
If you haven't got a chance, watch the documentary. It's amazing. It's I can't remember what it's titled, but it's something to do with that song and how they created it. And Lionel Richie really had to like sell Michael Jackson on the idea, and then
why?
Well, just because people are Hollywood celebrities are weird. You always hear him in interviews.
Not him.
You always hear him in
Michael Jackson.
You always hear him in interviews do stuff like, I really wasn't sold on the project at first.
Michael Jackson. Who are you calling weird?
Yeah.
The weirdest of them all.
But it was so hard to get that many musicians and artists like together in one sitting for like a whole night. And so they timed it to where it was at one of the ceremony, like the award ceremonies that most of them were going to be there. And so they all literally left the Grammys or whatever and came to the studio right after. And they stayed all through the night and did the song. And it just shows all the different...
That's neat. So they all sacrificed the after party.
Yeah, so the documentary shows all the different takes it took, and Bob Dylan was super uncomfortable during his part.
Oh, I bet.
And so it shows the other artists like encouraging him how to do it, and it's just a neat documentary, especially if you dig the song. I dig the song.
It sounds like it humanizes all of them.
It does, 100%. It does 100%.
Which, hey, full circle moment, doesn't the song itself humanize us all?
Yes.
And make us all feel connected?
Yes. But it's like...
You're welcome for that.
Right.
Profound.
But you're right. Like Huey Lewis, good singer, but he's probably not like a one take good singer like a Michael Jackson maybe, or like a Steve Perry. And can you imagine having Steve Perry sitting behind you waiting for his part?
Right.
Or maybe he just went and he's
You're like,
watching.
damn, Huey.
Yeah. Huey Lewis is like, okay, Steve Perry's literally about ready to watch me do this part.
Damn, Huey, sing better.
And in the documentary, like Huey messes up a part or two, where he doesn't get the right pitch or whatever, and you got Steve Perry sitting like right there behind him. It's just interesting to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's interesting to watch as much as I love Huey Lewis. It's interesting to watch him look nervous about getting his part right. And
because these are all masterclass people.
Yeah, so
masterclass artists.
I would really encourage you to.
I think if I were in that room, I would faint.
Yeah,
I'd be overcome with all of the talent in the room.
And they showed Cyndi Lauper like the chain, like her necklaces and stuff. She had so many that they were
jingling.
Yeah, they were jiggling. They were hearing that in the take. So she would be like in that microphone, like, "Oh, I need to take this off."
As an editor of audio, I understand. I stand.
Yeah, I stand. So I would really watch that if I were you. It made me love the song even more.
I may do that. I may do that tonight. Actually, no, I can't tonight. Tonight, I'm devoting my time to the Gorilla documentary on Netflix, hosted by or narrated by David Attenborough.
Okay.
Gorillas, David Attenborough. I mean, I'm there.
Okay. Well, on that note, I hope it's been really fun.
It has been fun.
Taking some trips down memory lane as we do.
Thank you so much for listening to another piece of the Gen X experience worth saving. Our ultimate 80s playlist for spring and summer has now been immortalized in the annals of history. If you like what you heard, subscribe to the Best of Gen X wherever you get your podcast so you never miss an episode. Joe, always a pleasure.